Welcome everybody to the last part of this particular video series. Along with your accidental content creator, we're going to complete objective number 8, and we start on page 279 in the ebook, and we're good to go. Alright, so we're going to create a map chart and a funnel chart. Surprisingly, the map chart is incredibly easy. I mean, it's insanely easy. I used to be terrified of them. Now I look at any excuse to add a map chart, any excuse whatsoever. So with that being said, map chart compares values and shows categories across geographical regions. For example, across countries, states, counties, and regions. The charted region displays the map form, and each region displays a shading to indicate the value in the data source. It really is absolutely the best. Right. So now I've said it, I better show you about how to do it. So, activity 3.21, creating and sizing a map chart. So to the right of the expenditures sheet, we're going to select new chart. New sheet. Don't worry about it. There's not a lot of typing to be done here. And we're going to rename it advertising. No, not accessibility and advert. Right? And in A1, we're going to type in tourism advertising. Thankfully, there isn't a lot. To right. Okay. In A2, we're going to type in by state. And then we're going to select A1 and A2. A1 tourism advertising, and A2, we're going to type in by state. Then we'll press enter key. We're done. Then we're going to center the titles across A to B. That's really confusing, but what they're really asking for us to do is select A1 to B1. Okay. Home tab. Merchant Center. Right. Then we're going to do and it's the text. The format is going to be Home tab, Styles group, so styles, and of course, because it's the first one, it'll be title. Oh, let's hope we fix this one up soon. And then in A2, we're going to highlight A2 to B2, Home tab, Merchant Center, and it's going to be heading 1. Home tab, Styles group, and heading 1. So I sincerely hope somewhere along the line we're going to widen these columns up. Alrighty. And yes, we are going to both column A and B. The column width is going to be 20. I've selected both A and B. I've selected width with the right mouse button. Going to go down to column width, type in the value 20, and press enter. Perfect. Okay, I feel a bit better. Okay. So now, X1 and 2. In the range A3 to B8, we're going to type in a bunch of data again. Not too much, thankfully. And they say, if your convert to locations doohickey shows up, do not click on the message. And I have to magnify this so we can actually see what we're doing. Okay. In A3, it's state. That's a tab key. In B3, expenditures. Press the enter key. 75860, 75860, enter key. 98600, 98600. You guys have got the books in front of it. 125630, 125630. Let's enter. And 73800 is in row 7. 73800. Enter. And then row 7, row 8. 61250. 61250. So that is our expenditures. What about our states? The states are going to be Florida, which is A4, Illinois, which is A5, New York, which is A6, Oregon, which is A7, and last but not least, Virginia, which is A8. Okay, and that was taken from instruction number 3. And now we're going to select the range B4 to B8, not including any headings at all, just B4 to B8. Okay. And we're going to apply the counting number. Is there any decimal places? 0 decimal places. We do that. We go B4 to B8. We apply the accounting style, and then we go back up to the number group, and we go to decrease. Once and decrease again. That way there's 0 decimal places. Then we're going to highlight our A3 to B3, and that is going to be heading 2 and center. So I'm just going to do center because it's on the way. Heading 2 is home tab, styles group, cell styles, heading 2. That's a really backwards way of getting there, but I got there. And that's number 4. Number 5. We're going to select the range A3 to B8. Okay, so A3 to B8, that makes a lot of sense, all right? And then we're going to go to insert tab. I love this. Charts group, and we are going to select maps. There is only really one kind. It's the filled map. Give it a second, and it slowly populates. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Florida, Virginia, New York, Illinois, and Oregon. Florida, Illinois, New York, Oregon, and Virginia. I never knew Oregon was that far over in the U.S. How cool is that? And that's 4 and 5. And the map of the United States displays the right of the data. Yes, it does. The 5 states display varying shades of red. It's almost, and in fact, I would say it's almost exactly the same as conditional formatting. So the more intense the color, the larger the value. For instance, New York has the largest value, and that's why it's the darkest color. The lowest value is Virginia. That's why it's the lightest color. So yeah, very much like conditional formatting. We want any styles. So we're going to select the chart title. What are we going to do with it? And we're going to type tourism advertising by state. So again, guys, I'm so sorry. Just I'm very slow typist. Okay. So chart title. Click on the outside. And by state. There's a million ways to do the same thing, but spelling is always spelling. So tourism advertising by state. And we want to deselect, so we don't want to press the enter key. And we're going to point up in that chart where we're going to put it. I'm going to drag it down to, okay, we're going to say G1. Okay, we can do that. They'd like us to resize our chart, and so in the tab, in the height box, the height is going to be 2 and the width is going to be 4. How do we do that? Right mouse click anywhere. Then we're going to go down to where the heck are you? Format chart area. That's not right. Format. Right, that sounds a bit better. Very confusing. They're always trying different things at us. So the width, the height is going to be 2, and the width is going to be 4. Yeah. So now we've resized it. And so it should give or take up the space between row 1 and row 10. Now we're going to go activity 3.22. We're going to create a summary space on the chart. Again, each cell and spread and workbooks are the creators of the spreadsheet. They've done yeoman's duty in making these charts much easier for us, the average user. So we do have to have a little bit of knowledge. We don't have to be the engineers. We don't have to be. We can be an average user and still create charts similar to this. Okay. So they're having a promotional event, Springbury Tours office. They invited a bunch of people, travel agents, event planners, and wedding planners from the 5 states. So obviously they want to track where the people are coming from and how does it actually follow through. So apparently the guests were provided with lodging for 2 days. Invitations were sent to 225 people. And in order to track the success of the promotional event, we are going to create a formal chart and we illustrate the number of invited guests, the number of guests would indicate they will attend, and in actuality, the number of guests that did actually attend. Alrighty. So that being said, A12 we're going to be, right? And we're going to type in travel agent event. Then we've selected A12. We've typed in travel agent event. Then we're going to go up to A13. Let's do that part first. Invitation analysis. A-L-Y-S. Okay. So I might have done this in the wrong order. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. So we typed in travel agent event. Then we clicked up on A1. You know for a fact the moment you do that, we're going to go to use the format painter, form tab, clipboard group, and A12. Then we're going to go down, click on A13. Then we go up to A2, format painter, and click on A13. What a lifesaver. A time saver, I should say. Amazing. So now we're going to type in some information. Only 3 rows of information. It's going to be invited. So in A14, I'm type in invited. Okay. Then I'm going to press the tab key and the value is 225. Remember they invited 225 people. Press the enter key. It brings us around to A15. And how many responded? Responded yes. O-N-D-E-D. Oopsie. Yes, happy. And they're telling us 182 did count that. Enter. And then last, how many actually attended? So in A16, we're going to type in attended. the tab key, and 145. 145. And 20. Pretty much. We're now going to select the entire range. We're going to select A15. Make sure I've got this in the right place. A12 and 13. We've got indication. I made a mistake. I'm not going to start this again. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm just going to go back a couple of things. I'm going to click down on A15. I'm going to do the whole thing again. Okay, invited to 25. Right, Deborah. And then responded yes. Press the tab key. That was in A16. And in B16, we're going to type in the value 182. Press the enter key one final time. In A17, we're going to type in attended. Those ones that really did come through. And in B17, the value that actually attended were 145. 145. Perfect. So now the range that we're going to select is going to be A15 down to B17. So A15 to B17. And then we're going to go and we are going to go up to Insert tab all the way across the charts. In the charts, we're going to go to the top row and we are going to select Insert Waterfall, Funnel, Stock, Surface for Radar Charts. We're going to go down second option, Funnel, this is the one. Was I learn how to click it? Yeah. Obviously, we're going to be moving this around somewhere so we can actually see how things work. You take display to the right of the data and overlaps the map chart because again, it's in the center of your screen. Okay. And each rectangle in the funnel chart indicates the corresponding values in your data series. Inside a guess represent the largest number, and the attending guess, obviously, would represent the smallest number. It's good information. So now we're going to click on the border, where we're going to put you, and how big are we going to size you. Okay. So, for starters, we'd like to go up to chart design, formats. I'm going to get rid of accessibility, that sort of thing. Why I did that, but I did. So formats, and the height is going to be 2.5. I'm going to press the tab key, and the width is going to be 4. Press the enter key. Not too bad. Okay. Then come interesting. Not yet currently. So in the chart title, click anywhere on the outside. In the formula bar, we're going to type in promotional events. And then click outside. Don't never press the enter key unless you absolutely gotta. And we're going to point at the order. And let's see if I can do this right. We're going to drag it down to D12. Right about there-ish. Okay. Looking good. Then we're going to group both worksheets, and this is going to be an old recording I'm doing for the night. Let's group both these guys. Right mouse click, select all sheets. Then we're going to go to orientation, page layout, page setup, orientation, and landscape text. Staying in the page layout, we're going to go page layout, scale to fit, width, and it's going to be one page. Still don't see much in the way of difference. Then we're going to select margins, and we're going to select custom margins and page setup. Custom margins, page setup. You know the routine. Header footer, check. Custom footer, absolutely. Bottom left-hand section. And we are going to make sure I'm following the instructions. Insert file name. Here's my file name. Okay to get out of here. Okay to get out of page setup. So far, so good. Then we're going to go into the properties, and we'll find that by going into File, Info, Show All Properties. And then we're going to go to our tags, and our tags are going to be these buttons that belong to tourism spending. Of course, our subject is going to be Excel, Went Isn't. And our author, we're going to get rid of Go Series, kick you to the curb, right mouse click, mouse click, go start, remove you, and type in your name as the author. Today, who am I going to be? I'm going to be Barney Rubble. Alright. And I'm going to tap either on the left, I'm going to tap, or on the right. Both work fine by me. And save and close.